She was a popular Playboy model that used dating apps to get close to wealthy men and then rob them blind. And the crazy part, these weren't dumb guys. These were successful, experienced men who still got absolutely played. Today we're breaking down the Mia Ventura case and the real red flags you need to watch out for in 2026 so that this never happens to you. Here's the quick summary. From 2023 to 2025, Mia would use dating apps to match with wealthy men. She would quickly build a relationship, act like a caring girlfriend, get invited over, and then steal all their cash, jewelry, and just about everything else. She's currently facing 6 felony charges, including burglary and grand theft, and is walking around with an ankle monitor awaiting her trial. Now look, I'm not saying these guys deserved it. They didn't, but a lot of men are very susceptible to manipulation and even scams if they come from a pretty girl. So in this video, I'm going to show you the common mistakes men are making that you need to avoid. Mistake number 1. Falling for something that sounds too good to be true. If you're a 55-year-old, awkward, out-of-shape guy and you think that hot 20-year-old just wants you for you, you're kidding yourself. I'm not saying it's impossible for an older guy to legitimately seduce a younger, attractive woman. It definitely happens. But when you're in a dating app and a girl out of your league is just instantly chasing you, showering you with compliments, and massively investing from the first message, come on. Real attraction doesn't usually work like that. It builds gradually. But when it moves that fast and feels too perfect, there's almost always going to be an ulterior motive. The problem is a lot of guys are not used to being around attractive women. So when one is giving them validation and acting interested, their logical brain shuts down and their ego takes over. And these scammers love that. The rule is simple. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and you need to proceed with massive caution. Mistake number 2, not being able to say no to attractive women. You see this shit all the time. Guys who are highly successful in basically every area of their life becoming complete pushovers around hot girls. They'll go against their better judgment just to please her. This can very easily get you in trouble. Best case scenario is she loses respect and eventually leaves you. Worst case is what you saw happen in this case, where she scams you for everything you got. And this usually starts small. She wants to bring a friend with her to the date, or she insists on meeting at some random bar that no one's ever heard of before. But you have to be able to say no. Most of these scams don't happen with one girl. They involve a team. One distracts you while the other one robs you. The root cause is almost always a scarcity mindset. You're so afraid of losing this girl, you ignore all the obvious red flags. The fix is simple. Develop real abundance. Not giving a shit about losing a specific girl is not only a better dating strategy, it's also a lot safer. Mistake number 3, trusting way too early. Trust is something that needs to be earned over time, not just given because someone's willing to sleep with you. These scammers will use sex and affection as a way of gaining your trust, and unfortunately that works on a lot of men. Here are some very simple rules. Don't leave new people alone your place. Don't leave valuables around when you have new people over, and don't share any information that can be used to harm you. It sounds kind of obvious, but clearly a lot of guys are not doing this. It's better to be too cautious than too trusting. Scammers like Mia prey on lonely men because they're more likely to trust them early on. Mistake number 4, ignoring your gut feeling. This is probably the most important one. Your gut feelings are there for a reason. Your subconscious is constantly scanning for things that don't feel right in order to protect you, and most of the time, it's right. But guys will ignore it when it comes to women because they're horny or they want the validation. This actually happened to me. I remember I was in Colombia and matched with this girl and something just felt off, but she was hot and I wanted to get laid. So she said that she'll come over, but she wants to bring a friend, which is almost always a scam in Colombia. But I thought in my arrogance that, yeah, I can just overcome this shit with my game. Anyway, the girls come over and the vibe is weird. And I remember at one point, I'm about to take a sip of my drink and I see a text from my friend. He's like, dude, I think I saw her put something in your drink. So I decided to test it. I was like, hey, do you want some of this? And no matter how hard I tried, she wouldn't drink it. So we wound up kicking these girls out, right? But imagine what would have happened if my friend had not been paying attention. And the problem is, I deliberately ignored my gut feelings because I was trying to get laid. Never again. A lot of guys will watch this and think, that could never happen to me. But in reality, these situations don't come out of nowhere. Guys are constantly ignoring red flags and getting manipulated by pretty girls. But if you just don't make the mistakes mentioned in this video, you can avoid having this happen to you. Also, if you want real abundance, check out my free Tinder guide. It shows you how to get a better profile, how to stand out in dating apps, and how to actually get results. Link in description, and it's 100% free.